shining. Tailgates are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, facing a fellow Conference USA opponent, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Bears will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Gives him the big stiff arm. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Middle Tennessee's offense will take the field first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They punt it away on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Bears offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. The hand to the running back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Bears started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has one stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll try to power it in. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Missouri State!
And I love it. I love the physicality physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march 72 yards. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle, H. Patterson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the handoff. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Bears send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. 2nd and 1, and they're going to make him line up to defend the pass. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Wants to go up top. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Here comes the offense back onto the field. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Now the play fake. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Trying to beat the D deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Bears line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Going right to work up top. Going for it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
So here comes the Missouri State offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes a man miss.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Creates a little space. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. It's Lacy. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He fires to the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Off play action. Got his man on the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be 3rd and long. Fires to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. He's going for a big play downfield. And he's got it inside the 25.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Gonna run it. It's Joyner. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Purdue is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 17 to UCLA. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to sneak it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
And the Bears will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. It has been a quiet and somewhat forgettable game for this sophomore behind him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The play action fake. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. So here comes the Bear offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pocket breaking down. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Bears will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The defense uses a timeout. They want to make sure they have the right call here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pressure coming. Just a little off. Incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, the ground game. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Caught near the sideline, it's Joyner. And the Bears will punt it away on 4th down.
No gain on the play.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They get him on the ground. Late in the half, they have the first down at the 41. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Unleashes one. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The Bears come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Lacy. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Outside the pocket, lets it go. No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Running back searching for a hole. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Bears will call on their punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll leave it with him. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. To the air on 2nd down. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking for a push on 4th down. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. That's reeled in. It's Lacy. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a 4th down. What a play by this defensive front. trying to keep the drive alive. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Right on target this time. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Rides the back on the option to give. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Missouri State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, and getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Man, you love safeties that have all the tools in their toolbox. This guy can cover, this guy can tackle. He can also rush the passer. Wow.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Tight end now in motion. Trying play action. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. On the ground, it's Joyner. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Hunt is on its way. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. And for this sophomore signal caller, this one will be filed under learning experience. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Fires on the move. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. After the third down incompletion, the punt unit is on the field. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab behind the line. It's Joyner. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They're facing a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Boyd. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking downfield to throw. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. It has been a rather rough ride for this sophomore behind center. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up many yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Working on the right. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the...
And it's picked off for the third time today.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
That's caught. It's Joyner. There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Pitch up the first down, still moving. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They're going to go right back to him on first down. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. Back to pass on second down. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the big fella. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Timeout, Middle Tennessee.
Grab near the marker. It's Patterson. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Looking for a productive play on first down.
Timeout, Middle Tennessee.
To the air on first down. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Going to sling it on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And now this team has fallen into a 3-game slide, and a season of promise has now had a lot of promises broken.
Yeah, this is a team that really needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror right now and make a decision. What are we going to be? What am I about? What am I willing to do at this point of the season to get this thing turned around? A lot of tough and real conversations are going to have to take place.
And this is when the coaches really make their money, right? How can I get my kids to focus when I know there's probably not a lot to play for down the road? So let's win every game. Let's win every battle. Let's spoil other people's seasons on the way out, even though our season didn't pan the way we wanted it to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.